So I am starting this vlog for my Summerween week-long readathon vlog by reading this book right here, Bad Man, which I mentioned was one of the prompts for a thriller for the Summerween readathon. It started kind of slow, so I'm on page 32. There's this prologue of like these kids finding like a old skull in the forest. I think it wasn't really clear, but then I went to chapter 1. The whole chapter 1 was like this brother and this little brother playing hide and go seek at their house, and then he had them running off and hiding, and then he went to the grocery store, and then the kid's toy got wet, so they were trying to wash it, and the older brother got mad, and then the boy ran off, and then he went missing. Like, it was a very long, drawn out like way to talk about how the older brother was watching the younger brother, and the little brother didn't like to be told what to do, blah blah blah. I like my thrillers to start with either action or like, I don't know, I felt like the chapter of them talking about the relationship between the brothers could have been done a different way. Like, I don't know, it was not, maybe it's too early to be reading, I don't know. I'm going to read it because I very rarely DNF books. Very rarely. In fact, in the last, I don't know, the only book I remember DNFing is one like a week or so ago called Mr. Monday. It's a Christian author, and they, there's like this key, and I don't know. But anyways, maybe I'll have better thoughts when I wake up and drink more of my coffee. But I'm partway through chapter 2. The brother, it's 5 years later, and the brother got a job at a grocery store, the same grocery store where his little brother went missing. So I'm hoping this picks up pace. I really do. We'll see. So I've decided I'm not finishing the book, The Bad Man, because I'm like on chapter 12. And it still is not very thriller-like for me. Why did I choose this book? Because of the book that we had in the house. I wanted to read more of my physical books laying around the house, and it was a thriller, and it matched up for a Summerween prompt, but I am not reading any more of the book. Nope. Not doing it. What book next? We shall see. Alright, so for my next book I'm going to read for the Summerween Readathon is this book right here. It's in Kindle Unlimited. It satisfies the prompt for a title with 5 books on the cover, and it's a haunted house mystery. Plus, it takes place in Arizona, so I thought that was interesting because I've traveled to there quite a few times on our travels. So that's what I'm going to read next, and it is, what is today? It is Sunday, the 7th. Alright, so I've read the first 4 chapters of the Haunted House book. This one right here. And it starts out with this girl. She is trying to drive from Tennessee to San Diego. She doesn't have any money. She doesn't have a credit card. She has some money on her, some cash, but she doesn't have a bank account anymore. She doesn't have a fancy car. She doesn't have a cell phone for GPS. She's just driving, and then there's an accident. So then she like drives around the accident, and then her car overheats because she's in Arizona, and then she gets stranded in a little ghost town called Nightmare, Arizona. You have to look it up on the map and see if that one's there, because I do mention it's a ghost town like Tombstone and other places, and Tombstone's a real town in Arizona. Anyways, so now she decided that she needs to get a job to earn some money because she's spending all her money on like 3 days of hotel stay in this tiny town of Nightmare, Arizona. And so now she's going to be getting a job at this haunted house place. But before they let her work, they're like, come experience the haunted house at night. And if you can survive the haunted house at night, then you can have the job in the morning at 7 a.m. So that's where the book is at. There's no AC running because We live in an RV for right now, and it's like 104 in the middle of the day. And eventually our AC just starts blowing hot air. It just it's running and running and running and running. So we run it at night, in the morning, until about whenever midday, when it just stops being helpful. And then we run it again around like 8:30, 9 o'clock at night throughout the night. So let's talk about the book I'm reading. Obviously there's a murder or a homicide at the haunted house, because the title of the book says homicide in the haunted house. So our lovely main character goes to so she does the night in the haunted house, okay, or she spends time in the haunted house, then she comes back the next day, and right when she arrives, she finds a dead body. So, and coincidentally, it's someone that she had seen in town on her first day there. So it is a pretty fast pace. I'm like flipping through it, reading it. I'm reading it on my phone. It's one of the ones I'm reading this week. I'm reading 2 books this week that are not physical books. So this is one of them. It's a fun story. It's a fun start of a series, and I'm looking forward to reading more in the series. I really like the cover. The cover caught my eye because purple is my favorite color, and it's set in Arizona, Nightmare, Arizona, because of course a solo lady with no GPS and no phone and no bank account and no credit cards would of course be stranded in a town called Nightmare, Arizona. So just about done with this, and then my next book I'm going to be reading is either Anna Dressed in Red, I think it is, the ghost story one, or the other ebook that I have. I'm not sure yet. When I know, you'll know. Okay, so it's the last day of the readathon for the Summerween readathon, where you read 5 books, read books that satisfy 5 prompts. I DNF'd one. I finished Homicide in the Haunted House, which is a 5-book prompt. Technically, it could be also one that has a night sky on it. And then I started a book, Sinister Summer. And then I also started, which is an ebook, and I started one of my paperbacks, which was Anna Dressed in Red. I don't think I'm going to finish either one of them by tonight, but we'll see. I'll let you know. So I was online and I saw the Vanessa B, or Read with Dr. P, Vanessa's channel, is doing some readings for today for Summerween. So I'm going to be reading, sorry, wrong way, this book. I'm a few chapters in. It's a good start. I might just get through it today. So you will know in my vlog that's going to be releasing tomorrow whether or not I finish or not. So let's hope. It's 7 o'clock on the dot. But I'm not cruising the streets, yo. Okay, that was me trying to be funny. Anyways, it's 7 o'clock, like I just said. I did not finish my book that I was reading today in time to complete for the Summerween Readathon. It's an interesting book. I do like the premise and the plot and all that, but I'm not going to be able to finish it before midnight tonight. So I think we should wrap up this video now so I have time to process this and get it uploaded and stuff. And then I can remove this footage from my phone so that I can continue doing other things of filming. And then tomorrow I'll go back to doing my weekly vlogs for my other 2 readathons I'm mainly doing, which is the Tarot Readathon and the Hunger Games Readathon. Still not sure how I'm going to do that. So I'm just going to be like, these are the books I'm reading this week. And then at the end, I'll do a wrap up for Tarot Card Readathon, a wrap up for Hunger Games Readathon. Maybe that's what I'll do. We'll see. Anyways, thanks for following all the way to the end, and